Sure if you heard the news, but 68 years ago this week, the country's very first fully enclosed climate-controlled shopping mall opened for business.
What a concept. The Southdale Center, located in the suburb of Minneapolis, opened its doors to eager shoppers October of 1956. The brand new enclosed shopping mall was built far away from traditional downtown retail and much closer to the folks living in all the suburbs, all those new homes being built out there.
That makes sense, and it's cold in Minneapolis, so I get that. The new shopping mall's wide selection of merchandise, its convenient location, and the ample amount of free parking became an instant hit with shoppers.
And 30 years later, in 1986, it was clear this new way of shopping had become an experience quickly embedded into our country's culture. That's when Toledo 11's Dick Berry traveled to Franklin Park Mall in West Toledo to ask shoppers what they love most about their favorite shopping destination.
We're all part of a consumer culture. The shopping mall shows us how pleasant it is to buy things.
There's much more of a selection. You don't have to walk outside from store to store.
Right now I'm shopping, but other times I will come around just, just to see people and talk to people that I know that hang around at the mall and so forth.
And that's probably what you'd say too. Now, a survey shows the average shopper visits a mall 2 to 3 times a month. About 2.5 hours is spent on each trip. Sound like you? A Bowling Green State University popular culture professor says we go to a mall for an event created on shopping. The result? The mall has replaced the Old Town Square.
Older people gather in the morning to jog and talk. Teenagers gather to meet each other. They have antique shows and automobile shows, so people with those interests meet there, and it's just sort of become the central community of where you go to meet people with like interests.
Neckbar says the mall of the future will include Olympic-sized swimming pools, giant hotels, even amusement parks. But no matter what size, they'll continue to be, as he puts it, forts surrounded by cars. Dick Berry, Toledo 11 News.
I think we're still waiting for the amusement park to be built outside Franklin Park Mall.
That'd be cool, but it is true though, just like the BGSU professor there said way back in 1986, shopping malls are forts surrounded by cars.
Okay, like Toledo, for example, has changed so much in, back in the day, Southwick was a suburban area. Franklin Park Mall was relatively a suburb. And of course, now in time, the city's everywhere. Southwick's gone, Woodville Mall is gone, Northtown Mall is gone. It's a shame. And now we have
well, Levis Commons, we have Fallen Timbers.
Fallen Timbers. And who would have thought in this part of the country that an outdoor mall like that would even be successful, but they're doing okay. They have a lot of work, I think, to improve some of the area. The one in Perrysburg has more housing, and that has really helped get that whole area developed.
Yes,
and I believe out in Monclova that is starting to happen. I think in 10 years you'll see a big difference in that area.
Well, back in 1986, I can't imagine they would have thought about online shopping, and the impact that would have on shopping malls. So, I mean, they probably, when they say Olympic-sized swimming pools and amusement parks, sure, that's happened in some places like Minneapolis. That's not going to happen.
No.
I don't think going forward, no.
We've heard from so many of you telling us just how much you love to see great old stories from the Channel 11 archives. And you don't have to wait to see, next Friday to see more. Just click on the WTOL 11 Vault, the special playlist there with our WTOL 11 YouTube channel.
So new in the vault this week, the 2024 Apple Butterfest. It's this Sunday in Grand Rapids. But before you head out this year, click on the WTOL 11 Vault. Take a look back at one of the many memorable festivals from years past. Toledo 11's Julie Belkin shows us all the great attractions at the Apple Butterfest back in 1989.
And you could learn a little bit more about pioneer life in Northwest Ohio in the 1830s.
Those stories, many, many more, are all available to watch right now in the WTOL 11 Vault, so be sure you check it out on YouTube.